Why did Excel change from XLS to XLSX file types? Imagine trying to fit a huge book into a tiny box. That's kind of what happened when Excel moved from the older XLS file format to the newer XLSX format. If you've ever saved a file and noticed it's smaller or opened faster, that's part of the reason. Before 2007, Excel used the XLS format, which was based on a special way of storing data called a proprietary binary file structure. This meant the files could get pretty big and sometimes had issues with security or corruption. When Microsoft introduced Excel 2007, they decided to switch to a new format called XLSX. This new format is based on the Office Open Excel standard, which uses a bunch of Excel files compressed into a zip container. This change brought some big benefits. First, the XLSX files are much smaller because they are compressed. That means less space on your computer and faster saving and opening times. Second, the new format is more secure. The Excel structure makes it easier to protect files from corruption and malware. Third, XLSX supports more data. You can now have up to 1 million rows and 16,000 columns, compared to just 65,000 rows and 8 columns in the older format. This makes working with large data sets much easier. Another reason for the switch is compatibility. The open standard format makes it easier for other programs and platforms to read and write Excel files. This helps when sharing files with people who might not use the same version of Excel. When you save your work, you can easily convert older XLS files to XLSX using the Save As feature in Excel. This way, you get the latest benefits and avoid issues with larger files or security risks. In everyday use, understanding this change helps you manage your files better. Saving in XLSX saves space and keeps your data safer. Opening XLSX files is faster, especially with big spreadsheets. If you're working with newer Excel features, you'll need the XLSX format because the older XLS doesn't support all the new tools. Overall, the switch to XLSX was about making files smaller, safer, and more compatible with modern software. That's why it's best to save your files as XLSX whenever possible.